Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the last episode, we completed Black Beach. We got all the puzzles and all the beans on there. So in this episode, we're going to get all the stuff in Dimble Wood, including some attack pieces, which, as the third star sage has mentioned, Chakron, he's like, yo, there's an attack in Dimble Wood, and the thing freaking hit me if it's gooey stuff, ew. There's an attack in Dimble Wood that will allow us to move him, and if we can move him, he will give us the third star cure. So, almost there, the third star cure, just have to explore Dimble Wood. That's what the next couple episodes are going to be all about. Anyway, as you can see, these Sockops, you do not want to jump in them, including jump attack, jump first strike in them, I believe. Because if you jump on, actually I don't think jump first strikes are fine, but if you jump in them, they'll basically eat you, and they'll heal HP based on how much damage they do. So, press A repeat or B repeatedly to shake yourself out, take minimal damage. They do a lot of damage, that's 20 damage, just for doing that. So I'm just going to go ahead and heal now, because I'm also poisoned. They also cause poison on top of it. These Sockops, they are very potently scary enemies. They can do a lot, and you have to use hammers because you can't jump on them. So, they're actually fairly tough enemies. They are pretty low on HP, but their attacks are a bit hard to dodge. If they do a little drool thing, as you've seen, that thing right there, they will run past you and then attack the other bros, so get ready. If they don't, they'll just run one way and then they'll run back and target the same bro. So that's basically, that's all they really do, is just run at you. They don't have any other attack other than that. I just want to kill these guys as quickly as possible because the poison damage is racking up really fast. They are very annoying enemies to face, these socks. But they will also play a surprisingly interesting role later on. Taking tons of damage here. Mario is still poisoned. We should hopefully finish this off the next turn so you'll be perfectly fine. Poison, such an annoying status effect. Anyway. They will play a very interesting role, though, in the future. Not in this episode, next episode. So, interesting stuff will happen. But first, we're going to level up to level 21. All the way up to 21 already. I think that means we've surpassed Bowser at this point. But we're going to go way past Bowser by the time we're done with this whole Mario and Luigi section. And before we can finally play Bowser again, there's going to be a lot to do. Anyways, we're going to rank up power. Not really getting much in terms of level ups. I'm still not really sure how the level up system works. Like, I don't know if I should have diversified more, or not, because I don't really understand the whole level up system. It is a bit weird, because I mean, at the same time, I could be getting points in some, because I'm mostly getting points in HP, power, defense, and stash. So I'm spreading them out decently. You know, I'm not doing them all in the same stat. And SP and speed really isn't important in this game. Like, I haven't gotten speed at all. And to be honest, it's not really ever affected me, so I don't really see the point in getting speed. I mean, Luigi maybe, so he can be faster than some enemies, because he does tend to go second. And there are enemies that are faster than us, but there's still, you know, a decent chunk of enemies that we're faster than. So in the end, I don't know, Mario still seems to do decently. I don't know if really it's really worth leveling up speed in this game, or just in the games in general. I mean, I've been getting a point occasionally in past LPs, but even then, you know, it never really made that big of a difference. So, I don't know about the speed stat. But there's a couple beans here. The general rule for this area, with a few exceptions, is there's one bean per area, at least for the first section of Dimble Wood. There's kind of two sections of Dimble Wood. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. I'll explain what I mean when we get to that point. And this episode is going to be pretty much the first section, and then the next episode is going to be the second section, as you're going to kind of see. I hear Blitties! Oh my god, they're so adorable! They're meowing! They're meowing so cute. I'm sorry, it's just so cute. I can't help it. Luigi! Get up here! Thank you. There's a safe one here. We're gonna try to walk past, and there's a Wiggler! We fought you in the past before. You tried to kill Bowser, and then we killed your Leaf guys, remember? Except you don't remember, because we were inside Bowser, but we saw you! We know what you did, Wiggler. We know what you did. Anyway, we're hunting down attack blocks, but he's kind of he's kind of a bit angry for everything that's happened. He's like, yeah, you're gonna attack me, so you're gonna destroy all the monsters. He's like, you know what? I'm tired of people killing all the monsters in this forest. You're gonna have to prove your worth before you can get past me. So basically, this is where the two sections come in. It's like before Wiggler section, and then after Wiggler section. So, the second section is really the after Wiggler section, which is why I mentioned that's gonna be next episode. For now, though, what happens is, and the second section is the one where there's multiple beans in areas. But for now, what we need to do is we need to get 6 attack pieces. They're going to be scattered all throughout Dimble Wood. They're going to be like everywhere in Dimble Wood. So we're going to really have to just, you know, search far and wide. You know, just kind of makes me want to hum the Pokemon theme now. But we're going to have to search far and wide for all these attack pieces. In the meantime, though, we'll be able to collect a lot of beans. Like I said, there's generally about 1 bean per area in this whole forest. So if you find a bean, you generally don't have to look in that area. There are exceptions. You'll see where all the beans are, so you'll see where those exceptions are. The only one that comes to mind is the room where we fought Wiggler as Bowser. That one I know has 2 beans. The rest, I think just have one bean. I really think that's the only exception, but we'll see. I'll have to see as I remember. We'll see what I remember as I go across here. Anyways, interesting little, I guess, Easter egg is if you talk to Monsieur Broke, he's like, yeah, you're cool and all, but you stomp all the blocks, you make them all brown. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I guess if he's a block collector, he appreciates the value of blocks, and we go around ruining every block we can see. So he's understandably angry at us, and he makes us go away because he doesn't like us. So he's Bowser's friend only. Bowser keeps all the blocks intact. You know, he puts all the blocks in his castle, and he leaves them there. He's a good guy. He is a friend of the blocks, Mr. Bowser, except for the ones that he punches and destroys. But those ones don't count. They aren't question mark blocks. Mario and Luigi, on the other hand, they ruin all the question mark blocks. They empty out all the contents. They're just such scoundrels, those rascals, you know? Anyway, so, pretty interesting to see the relationship between the Mario Bros and Monsieur Broke, kind of a funny thing. Anyways, there's a bean over there, there's some items over here. There's lots of little goodies scattered throughout Dimble Woods, so today's just gonna be the sort of scavenging day. Also, new enemy! These dudes, I like these dudes, they're really cool. Basically, there's 6 of them, so yeah, 6. So there's a lot of enemies, they tend to come in packs of 6 or so. Just notice where they point, if they point, every time they point towards Mario, they'll go towards him. Every time they point towards Luigi, they'll go over there. So they did Mario, Luigi, Mario, the arrow, and then it'll do that, it'll replicate that, you know, in the way they attack. So they all have pretty low HP, so just target them. Now the way they work is as long as there's 4 or more of them, they will do this attack. When there's 3 or less, they'll do a different attack instead. And then, as you can see, they don't all individually attack, they sort of attack as a group, so they're sort of a group fighter. So now that there's 3 or less, they're going to be doing a different attack, which, one of them is just going to basically wander over here. This attack's really easy to dodge, so it's, basically their attacks get a lot easier to handle when there's less of them. So focus them down one at a time, just lower their numbers as quickly as you can. That's really the only advice for them. And generally they take, a little bit over 1 attack, so if you can get a little bit of damage on them, we actually got some item drops in them, interestingly enough. What do these socks do? Kind of actually curious. 20% defense booster, we have items like that already, so not really that big of a deal. I don't really care to increase their defense, they don't really have that high defense anyway, so it's not really a big deal. And I guess while we're here we can show off the Treebles, because, you know, we haven't fought them as Mario and Luigi yet, so I'll just go ahead and purposely not do that attack well so you can see what they can do. And as you can see, you just hammer back the trees, and it's pretty darn simple. So we'll just go ahead, jump on this guy, take him out, and get almost no experience for it, because at this point these guys just don't give anything worthwhile. There's a little hidden path up here, interestingly enough. I believe there's a bean here. Yes, there's a bean and an item block. So take this, Monsieur Broke. We're going to take some DXSP socks. DXSP, that's right, these are my socks. They'll just raise your SP though, so screw that, I really don't care. I mean, DX is supposed to stand for Deluxe. So technically, guys, you could call me Lucky7 Deluxe, because that's technically what my name means. DX is an abbreviation for Deluxe. And I did know that going in there, because I knew Link's Awakening is kind of based loosely off Link's Awakening DX, partly because Lucky7 is what used to be my usual name, and it was taken, so I used Lucky7DX. So I'm Lucky7 Deluxe. I am Deluxe Edition. Little history behind my name, I suppose, for those of you who are curioso about my name-o. And bingo was his name-o. The end. Anyway, hit the switch with the shelf block, and you'll be able to roll this thing over, and from there, we can go ahead and access this attack block over here. So, pretty cool. More use of the shell blocks. As you can see, they're not really a major item, they just get like, you know, little sort of short puzzle uses, and then you just sort of move on. So you get like a one-time use of them, and then you're just like, okay, we're done, move on. You know, just like you hit one block, then move on to shell blocks. It's really the extent of what all these shells do. They're not really, in the grand scheme of things, like, you know, compared to your moves, like the air suck-in balloon thing, and the spin attack, and the drill, you know, the whole shell mechanic really is underrepresented compared to those two. They really doesn't do that much overall. Anyways, we're going to, pretty much we finished all the stuff in this area, so we're just going to keep heading upwards in Dimble Wood and see what we can find up here. More attack pieces, more trees in the way, more items. It's just sort of a nice peaceful exploration episode, you know? These next episodes are just exploration stuff. They're all low-key. These guys got in the way. This tree's angry, man. How angry it is. I guess since it's technically kind of a new enemy, I'll show it off anyway. It does have a little bit more health, so what is it? It's a couple of minutes over time, and he might do the other attack anyway, because he tosses up high. You still use the hammer, but it's just sort of a different, you know, timing. I don't know what it is with me, but when it comes to hammering things falling from the sky, I just can never get the timing right for the hammer. I really do not like using the hammer as defensively. It's definitely my biggest weakness in this game. So if you were ever designing an enemy that would be good against LuckySevenDX, design one that uses the hammer for a lot in vertical things, because apparently my vertical perception abilities are just not as good as my horizontal perception abilities. Which I've always noticed in the past. Like, if you guys have watched me play Worms on TMG, like, when it comes to, like, attacking vertically, like a vertical direction, I always seem to just not really have very good vertical perspectives. I don't know if that's really been shown in any of the videos there, but yeah, just in general, you know, vertical perspective, my ability to extrapolate vertically has never been very good. So that's probably one of the reasons why I suck with the hammer so much, because, you know, it's generally attacks from above the hammer. And Bowser's Shell gives you a lot more leeway than the hammer does, so you really don't have to have much skill to master the shell for Bowser. And that's kind of the point, you know, Bowser does get a little bit of easier time dodging because he's all by himself. If he gets killed, he dies. I jumped over that coin. That was a coin. Poor coin now will never have a home. It's all my fault. For shame. For shame. Anyways, just gonna try to open this guy because there's no way to get the coins, unfortunately. If we jump on it, we'll just end up killing him anyway. So, only Bowser can get the coins by sucking them in. Mario and Luigi, unfortunately, you cannot do that. I love how we fight Bowser's enemies. We get a bunch of hot drumsticks, which are completely useless because we do not eat hot drumsticks. We do not eat meat. We solely eat mushrooms and pasta because we are Italian. Italian people clearly don't eat meat, apparently. No, they actually do. For those of you who don't know, I am vegetarian, so I don't technically eat meat. So I guess I eat mushrooms. I guess I'm an Italian plumber who does not eat meat and who eats mushrooms and vegetables. Therefore, I am clearly either Mario or Luigi. Take your pick. I don't know. Which one would I be? Mario or Luigi? I don't know. I guess I'd be a third plumber. I'd be Mo-Luigi. I don't know. I'll be a combination of the two. My color will be orange, because isn't like red and green combined like orange-ish? Well, it's more like, I mean, red, blue, and yellow combined. Isn't that supposed to be like black or something? So I guess I'm the black one. I'm like the black Mario skin in the Super Smash Bros. Games where he has like a black one. Anyway, this section over here, just completely random aside there, but it's kind of entertaining. So there's this jump right here, and I suck at this jump. However, as you're going to see later on, those pillars in the background, you can see right behind us, turns out you can jump on them. So this whole section where I'm trying to make this really hard jump, not necessary in the slightest. I mean, you can make the jump, so that's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's only worth, like, what, 50 coins? Not really much at all. Just kind of a pain. Well, there's a bean here overall, so I guess it kind of was worth it. But really, there was no reason for me to have to bother with this whole section. I could have just made the jump from back there, which is a little sad. Just Luigi keeps falling down. Luigi, stop falling down! Luigi, you are a disappointment. You keep falling all over all the places. And it's just like, dude. As you can see in Dimble Wood, there's a lot of hidden areas like this, with like a lot of little alcoves where there's beans and items hidden. So keep your eyes open, because there's a lot of secrets here. Now, I mean, the map belowhand, which I haven't been showing, it will help you out in this, because, I mean, the map is like, hey, I'm a map, and I'll tell you where all the hidden rooms are that you haven't been in, so you can see, you know, where there's hidden rooms that you haven't been in, like I just said. So from that, you can kind of infer where these hidden areas are, but there's still a lot of them, and it's still possible to miss them, so just be careful. Luigi, why did you not jump? Now you have to fight one of these guys, and it's all your fault. Luckily, through the power of editing, you do not have to see it. So, moving on with our lives like we can, like it's nothing. Like I said, there's 2 beans hidden over where we fought Wiggler with Bowser, so we'll go ahead and pick those 2 up while we're here, and then we'll go back and find ourselves some more attack pieces. I think we get all 6 of the early Dimble Wood attack pieces, the ones that are just sort of scattered around through the section. Although there's actually some really interesting areas in this whole section, as you're going to see later on. The Dimble Wood is actually cool where you can actually go with Dimble Wood if you explore properly. And eventually you can make your way over here with Bowser too. I'm not going to show off it off with Bowser, I don't think, because there's not really any reason to. Because, like, there's nothing here you can get with Bowser anyway. So it's just sort of like a you can come here with Bowser just sort of gimmick thing. But I'll show you what I mean later on. I'll explain that more in thorough when we get to that point. Anyway, I believe up there is Bumpsy Plains, and that's not Dimble Wood, so no Bumpsy Plains now. That's coming later on the LP. For now, we need to go collect more beans. There's like 29 beans in Dimble Wood, I believe, and I think the magic number is 22. I remember correctly. There's 22 of the beans before you have to go past the Wiggler. Once you go past the Wiggler, there's like 7 more left. It's something along there. Freaking Scutlets, get out of my face! Freaking annoying. They do give decent experience, and they do apparently give socks, which I didn't pick up this time, unfortunately. So, that being said, enemies everywhere. Enemies freaking everywhere. And these aren't even worth anything. They're not even worth the 600 experience. Pain in the ass. Anyways, there's a bean over here hidden behind some sticks that we can dig under, because our digging powers are supreme. We're like moles. Just crazy digging moles. Except without anything moldy. It's like, you know, Link, he needs his digging claws, like, you know, in a Mish Cap and Skyward Sword. He needs those digging claws to dig. But nope, Mario and Luigi only need each other. Their brotherly love are better than any sort of claws, that's for sure. Anyway, the next direction we want to head is to the left, because there's more stuff and goodies here. Now, as you can see, there's the dirt walls here. Now, I haven't really mentioned this yet, but with Bowser, these dirt walls, you can actually climb on. You'll actually be able to do stuff with them later on. So using that, you can actually access this area with Bowser. But like I said, there's no reason to. There's nothing here you can get with Bowser. So I'm not going to bother showing that off. But just so you know, that dirt wall, once we get the skill, which will be in like several episodes, you can come back here and access this with Bowser if you please. So I've explained that. I don't really need to show it. I've explained it, so I'm not going to really show it. So it's just, you know, one of those the more you know sort of things. There are areas in here we haven't been with Bowser that we can be, but there's no reason to be. In case you're wondering, Bowser does squish the socks and instantly kill them for coins like he does of all the other small enemies. So the socks do count as another small enemy. They are, in essence, a Mario and Luigi enemy and not a Bowser enemy. Anyways, another attack piece. That's 4. We need 2 more of them in order for us to finish our quest and be able to get past the Wiggler. As you can see, they really are spread out all over the place in the woods, which is pretty cool. You know, you have to comb the woods as a whole. They're not all in one area like they have been recently. You know, they've been all in one area for the spin pipe. They've been mostly in just like, you know, the same areas for the past 2 other attack pieces. These ones, they're just sort of scattered all over. You have to just explore. And by the way, we've finally reached the Dimble Wood pipe. So we actually have the pipe back into Bowser now. And from this one, by unlocking this one, we actually have access to the Bowser's Castle one, which I'm not going to use. I'll actually manually go to Bowser's Castle to explore. But if you're wondering where it comes out over here in Bowser Castle / Waffle Theater. It's basically a bit to the right of the entrance. There's a access there. So eventually we will be able to do some Bowser's Castle stuff with Mario and Luigi. But I'm gonna make like I said, I'm gonna make my way there manually just to pick up beans, because there are beans in Bumpsy Plains and Bowser Path. And that's the whole Bowser Castle thing. That's gonna be coming after I complete Dimble Wood and get the 3rd star here. There's also a pipe leading to Peach's Castle, but as you can see, there's no way past this barrier, and there's no way past this barrier over here as well. So for the moment, there's nothing we can do in Peach's Castle. I mean, obviously, they're not going to give us a shortcut into Peach's Castle. They're going to make us go there manually by getting the 3 Starkers. I mean, if they had a shortcut there would be no reason to. Also, I completely ran out of time. So this is LuckySevenDX signing out. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.